Hi everyone, I'm Kyuko and this is my channel, and today I will be drawing some flowers. So first I will just search for a few flower images on Google, and I chose this bouquet in a pink jug for my first sketch, as I wanted to try a bouquet with a couple of flowers filling space and making it a little complicated on top, yet the bottom part of it is still simple and plain to balance the sketch. And just to be clear, let me tell you guys that I haven't drawn a bouquet in years. And even the one I last drew was just a cone with simple flowers on top. However, I've drawn some decent flowers a couple of times in the past, and this means that I'm not sure about the results myself. And this is almost like a flower and bouquet practice for me. Anyways, if some of you already don't begin your sketches with simple shapes, then it will be a nice tip for you guys. Always start your drawings with rough shapes, as it allows you to put everything into the place. For example, my drawing of this bouquet, I began with some simple ovals and circles for flowers and their buds. But before that, I drew a rough frame around each of my sketch so that I do not get out of my boundaries and leave a space for other drawings and prevent my sketches from overlapping. Back when I didn't know about this tip, I used to struggle a lot when one of the hands ended up being longer, or when the left leg is thicker, or the head ends up being too small compared to the body, and few other problems. However, knowing this trick has significantly improved my art skills. So as you guys can see here, I've drawn a jug starting from a simple shape, and it's a sketch, so it doesn't have to be accurate. You can do better with a pen or anything else you use for line art. I'm drawing the flowers and everything by starting from a simple shape, and mostly with roses. I just draw a cinnamon-like spiral shape and then add some leaves beside it, and it works and it looks like just like a flower, a rose flower I mean. Okay, just like right now I'm just making a circle, adding in more shapes, but I still take my reference to make it look more better and more flower-like and realistic, rather than just some oval and spirals on a page. It really helps to give that little thing that I'm missing in my drawing from the reference. By the way, if some of you guys will be wondering why I made my sketch I started with a rough frame on my sketch, and that's because I will be doing a couple of sketches on this page, and since this is my first video, I was not sure if I should leave the video on its normal speed, which will make it about 50 minutes long, or speed it up by like 2 or 1.5. Anyways, I sped it up and cut some parts to make this video as short as possible, because I'm already slow at drawing, even though this was just a sketch. But you guys can tell me what y'all prefer. As you guys can see right now in the second drawing, I started with simple cylinder and added these leaves, even though they look terrible right now. I'm not erasing them because it's just easy to just put everything into place. As I've told you guys before, it's really nice. About this drawing, I really like flowers and pots, even though I don't really own one in my house. I will have one day, it's okay. So I don't really go into details in sketches a lot, but for this one, I still added the designs for the pots so I can remember even when I don't have the reference. And I'll appreciate any comments about my video. What should I change, or what kind of video should I make next, how annoying is my voice, and etc. Anything, I'll just appreciate it. Right now I'm just adding lines and trying to show that 3D depth to make my cylinder like vase, whatever, to look more like it is open. It has a place from where these flowers are coming out and these leaves. And now I'm going in with a little more detail, mostly for rose flowers and other flowers. You don't have to exactly follow every single leaf. You just have to get the main idea and randomly place them, and to make them look more natural, instead of making a straight circle or line, just let your hand to be a little, shaky, and it will work. Even though, if you guys can see even in the first sketch, some of the shapes are just so weird that nobody would think that it's a flower. However, when everything is together, it gives that effect, like there are small little flowers there with the big ones. It looks really nice. Now, till I'm doing on this, let me continue. Let me tell you guys a little about the channel. I was thinking about whether I should create an art channel or not for like 6 years now. I was hesitant at first, but after deciding to make one, I spent hours designing my banner, profile, watermark, intro and outro. Yes, I can design myself, and they look nice. Later, I finally recorded a video and edited it. However, it wasn't over since I've never done a voiceover. I had to gather some courage, and after getting courage and being brave, I came across another obstacle, which was, what should I say for this long in the video? In addition, I was slightly afraid. What if I started babbling nonsense and everybody will leave the video? And how am I here and trying to do it even right now to keep you all entertained? I'm trying. Please bear with me. It was hard and took time and effort as well. Maybe it was more difficult for me because I'm not that talkative. No matter what I say, this is a nice little accomplishment for me. By the way, I'm getting closer to finishing my second drawing, so I should mention that I have linked all the images I used to sketch these flowers in the description, so you guys can check them out, or even try to sketch them yourselves, and can even post them somewhere and comment the link so I can have a look at your masterpiece. Don't worry, it will be fine. I'm pretty sure you can draw better than me. And even if not, it's okay, it's just practice. You won't lose anything, you will only learn more. Okay, so for the third sketch, I decided I should add a little simpler flowers, or just without the pot, just to add a little variety in my sketch, because I'm just sketching bouquets till now. So I decided to make my third drawing a simple flower, and I chose rose because that was the first picture I found on the Google Images for a single flower. As you guys can see right now, it looks like a berry with its top, but slowly I'll work on it and add little shapes and slight leaf-like additions to make it more like a flower. And another thing I want to add in my channel for editing and designing. I had to decide stuff in my brain. First, I had to choose a theme, the colors, the primary and the secondary, and what other colors I have to add in my channel, the art style I will choose for my channel, and the type of design for my channel. So instead of a normal simple main color, I decided to go for a theme. During the time I was designing my banner, I chose it to be a simple cartoony art style without the black line art. That's what the main idea I came up with, and then I started just placing and adding things and trying to think how much I want to fill my banner with pictures, and how much I want to leave it simple. Pictures, I mean like the objects. So anyways, I somehow managed to make a balance between having art supplies and art related stuff on my banner, yet it is not that clustered and filled. So I think it is really nice. I like it. So yeah. And after drawing the banner, after designing the banner, it gave me the whole theme, the colors, the art style, and the type of design I need to choose. It was easier for me to make a profile pic, the watermark, and yeah, basically the whole theme for my channel. And I did the same. I chose different brushes or tools to design my profile pic and my watermark, as you can see in the video in the bottom right. Yeah. So when I was editing my video, I thought about to add something to make it more like similar to my theme. So I decided I can add my theme in transitions and other editing features just to give it more of a vibe of my channel. So from all the things I could have chosen, like a pencil sketch theme or maybe all mixed up, I mostly went with just a little liquidy paint, mainly to give my videos more of my theme. Lastly, I would like to mention that I can guarantee you that I will not disappoint you in any way, and I will create a unique, stylish banner, outro, intro, watermark, and profile for you. If you're interested in it, then check out my Fiverr account. I have attached its link in the description. Yeah, it's kind of a self-promotion. Anyways, back to my sketching, and now I'm on my fourth drawing. But before that, I would like to just let you focus a little on how randomly I just added a couple of leaves and some plant-like shapes to give more of a background and not make it look an unfinished piece of art for my third drawing. And for my fourth, I chose a picture of blue flowers, and they were like multiple, so I decided it will help me get better at drawing from different perspectives and more 3D. So it will be nice practice, and I will be drawing flowers. So in this one, the flowers are going in kind of a circle way, but you can't see them finishing a whole circle. However, you can see the semicircle kind of shape, starting from the back till here. I didn't draw all of the flowers, and this drawing probably took the most time, I think, from all of my drawings. But I think it's worth it if you're learning in the process, and if you're liking it at the end. I think it's okay. It's worth it. Now I'm on my fourth flower in the fourth drawing. At first, I just drew the flower, but then I looked at it, and it wasn't giving that 3D vibe, like it's vibe. I mean, like the 3D vibe, like it's going in. It's like blooming outwards, and the leaves are coming farther, closer to us than the main middle dot or whatever that thing is. So I redrew it after playing with the shapes. I think it worked, and it got the main idea, and now it looks like it's not just a flat shape of flower on the page. In the flower sketch, And now we are on the fourth sketch, which now this one is the fourth correction. I mean, now I'm on my fifth sketch, and I decided to draw it more in a rectangular shape. And this is a bouquet as well, but it's not in a wrapping or on a pot or in a pot. It's just laying down in a wall, in a place like a wall and the floor. I'm not sure what it was in the picture, but it was kind of like that. So I thought it's a little different and interesting. And since I don't really do much detailed drawings in art, so I chose this flower and bouquet drawings and sketchings as a challenge, which I think I really kind of nailed it, if I say so myself, because I don't really draw detailed art, as I said before, because I really like it. And I was enjoying drawing flowers that I couldn't even realize how much time I've spent on them, even though the video for you guys will be like 30 minutes long. And I didn't exactly copy the place and the type of flower for every one of them. I just looked at the flowers in the picture and tried to put them as similarly in the same place as I could, even though I have less flowers in my bouquet and they are not even the same kind or type. They are just some little flower-like shapes, just to give the effect like there are a lot of flowers. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it, but I think it will be a nice idea to do a line art and coloring in the next video for them, so that in the process of making the video, I will complete an art fully instead of leaving it as an unfinished pieces of drawings just by sketching. And I know that right now I got a little out of frame, because I think even though I was using my tape, I got a little, I think I miscalculated a little, but I was okay because I wasn't overlapping or making it look too congested by adding these flowers outside of the frame. It was okay, it wasn't that big of a problem. Now I'm my last drawing, which is the sixth drawing. It is also a pot, however it is not in a rectangular or cylinder shape. It is more of an egg and oval shape. Even though I couldn't really get exactly the shape of the pot in the reference, I still made an oval pot as close to that original shape as I could. And then I started with adding some flowers. The hardest part for me in actually copying the flowers was those little ones, because there were too many and they were too little to copy exactly the shape of each of them and draw them. So I just mostly drew some lines with dots on them to fill the space, because maybe later if finish this drawing, I will make them flowers and will not leave them like these dots. So I think it's fine. And I was slowly making the leaves of this flower, which I don't even know. Leaves? I mean petals. And obviously almost all of these bouquets had roses. So I drew that, and there was this other sunflower-like type of flower, which I don't know. It wasn't yellow, but it still kind of was similar and had lots of petals. And I tried to make it as close as possible. And the one flower in the middle of the last sketch that I'm drawing right now was weird. It was difficult to get it exactly as I wanted it. However, I just drew it to give it that shape and that effect. I think it worked. It's if it was for practice, I think I did a great job at doing it. I learned a lot. I used lots of perspectives and shapes, and even the result itself is really nice. I really like it. And yeah, I think there isn't that much to talk about. Yeah, if you guys have noticed, I almost got out of my boundaries in the last two sketches, but it is okay sometimes to get out of your boundaries. If you want to finish the sketch or to make it look better, I think it's fine. Still, it's okay to complete it till it's not making the whole page look more worse, which I think it actually helped, because mostly pots, the bouquets always have to look, I think that's how they decorate the bouquets. Bouquets have to look larger, 2 times larger than the real pot itself. So they add lots of flowers to that thing. And that's why I think I drew the pot a little too big, and that's why I had to get out of the frame to complete my drawing. By the way, this is the end of the video. If you're interested in art or art-related videos, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. In case you already did that, thanks a bunch. I'll meet you guys in the next video. Bye!